Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation. It's Friday, the 14th of November, and I'm going to be looking at the astrology for today. Um, I wanted to walk around the garden this morning, but my camera was not, my phone was not cooperating. And I think it's a good idea every now and again to look at the chart anyway. So let's take a look at the chart of today. Now, this is actually a chart of the actual moment right now. As we stand, as we, it is, let's see, 8:21 in the morning here on the East Coast of the US. And this is what's going on. The sun just recently rose. And right now we actually have Mars on the ascendant. That's very interesting. Mars in Sagittarius, Sagittarius being the archetype of truth and meaning. Interestingly enough, the ascendant is close to the ascendant of the Sibley chart as well. So that's interesting. Um, so there's a couple of things happening today. The moon is in Virgo. It just came off its own south node. That happened early this morning. When the moon goes over the south node, it brings up issues from the past. The nodes right now are stationary, which is uh, usually the nodes are retrograde, so they're stationary. So it's significant because it means that this moment is a little bit more rare than other moments. Here we have Saturn and Neptune, both now back in Pisces, moving backwards. Both these planets will be moving forward. Saturn at the end of November. And then once it starts to move forward, it's just going right out of Pisces. It's been there for what seems like a long time, although generally Saturn sits in a sign for about 2.5 years, sometimes a little longer than that. Saturn is about our reality and Pisces is unreality, but it's also the last sign of the zodiac. And so we are coming to the end of a number of cycles, not the least of which is from the 90s when Saturn moved into Aries and started its journey around the zodiac from Aries to Pisces. So things from the 90s are coming up, sort of having their Saturn return. And Saturn returns are kind of about, being held responsible or having to put your big boy or big girl pants on, right? So there are some people from the 70s, did I say 70s, 90s, that are having that situation. Of course, Neptune is in Pisces and has been in Pisces for about 14 years. It's going to be going out of Pisces at the beginning of next year. And then these two planets will conjoin at the first degree of Aries on February 20th, 2026, a very significant moment for all of us and our consciousness. Today we also have a sesquiquadrate. Now let me see if I can see it here. It's between Venus and Saturn. They're pretty tight aspects. So here we go. Here's Saturn. Here's Venus. It's not exact till later tonight, but it's this hyphened line, I guess. And there is there's the sesquiquadrate. The interesting thing about this is Saturn is authority and Venus is the feminine. In Scorpio, this could be sex power, right? Also sex workers, and we have Saturn, and this is an aspect where Venus is asking to be come into society. And so I feel like this is an opportunity for people who have had that experience, women, girls, even boys who've had that experience due to maybe destitution or their only option, or in some cases being drawn into that world by people who were in power that took advantage of their situations for their own gain. Okay, so we can see that aspect is happening today. That aspect is happening today. So that's pretty interesting. Here you see Mars and Mercury pretty close to each other. When they were conjoined, that's when the shit hit the fan with the Epstein files and all of that. That was only a couple of days ago. It was the second of 5 exact conjunctions that are going to happen between v Mars and Mercury. They have an interesting aspect. They have an interesting pattern because of how they're set up in the solar system. But this time it was in the sign of truth. They had one last month in the sign of bottom line and Scorpio. They're going to have one in Aries. They're going to have one in Capricorn, and they're going to have one in Pisces in the upcoming months. So those archetypes, Mercury and Mars, the mind and our action are on the same page. Okay. Here's Uranus here, right? Freshly in Taurus, back in Taurus, I should say, and it's making a pretty tight uh, uh, sextile to Neptune. There's been a lot of energy, a lot of shifting, a lot of changing, everything changing very quickly. You can't really keep track of it without losing your mind. That's actually due to Uranus, Neptune, for a while Saturn. We might be able to still can add Saturn um, and Pluto here. We have like a little like trine here. It's like a mini grand trine. We also have a grand trine, grand trine in in water. In water, Saturn trine Jupiter trine the sun. And then look here, we have Black Moon Lilith. Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio, let me tell you guys, it's all coming out. It's all coming out. And we're not going to be surprised because we knew it all along, but the rest of the country is going to be surprised. And I said I texted Ona yesterday, um, and I said, it looks like it's the beginning of the end. And she agreed with me. So we'll be on Mystic Sisters tomorrow night on this channel if you want to check us out. I'm sure we're going to be talking about all kinds of things. We'll have some WTF questions, and hopefully I'll see you there. Um, have yourself a great day. It's difficult to navigate this time because it's just so intense. But I this morning I got on and I watched two videos that I would suggest if you want to see. Many of you have probably already seen. One was the one that Heather Cox Richardson put out. It's her most recent. And then on Democracy Now, they spoke to Adelita Grivaldo. I'm sorry, Adelina. Even if that's, okay, I will learn that name. I promise. It's not it's not my strong suit. But I did look at her chart. She's got a lot of Scorpio. She's got a lot of Scorpio. So that's one lady who's not going to let go of that bone. So and she's going to fight. She's going to fight for her constituents. Um, so Democracy Now, Adelina's what her speech after she got sworn in. Very powerful interview as well. And Heather will help you feel a little bit better. I know we're kind of like in this place where we feel like, yes, it's finally happening, but we've been in that place for so many times that we don't trust it. So it's okay. It's coming out. I'll tell you, it's coming out. And it's going to come out in perfect timing. Everything happens in perfect timing. And we have the right to be angry about stuff. We have the right to be angry at the Democratic senators. Um, but you don't actually know how it's all going to work out. So let's hold back a little from our vitriol. I mean, you certainly tell them how you feel, but we're here to make the world a better place and make this country run better and be more fair for all of us. And so we're going to have to work with these people at least for a little while until they retire. So yeah, the worm is turning. The worm has turned, guys. The worm has turned, and it's going to be interesting to see um, just how J.D. Vance navigates this one. The guy has no riz, and while he may be smart, he has no core ethic. And without that, um, Seems pretty doomed to me, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys, have yourself a great day. And I'll see you hopefully tomorrow night on Mystic Sisters on this channel, 7 Eastern, 6 Central. I love you guys. And I just rolled out of bed. So this is me first thing in the morning. Well, not first thing, but close enough to first thing. Take care, everyone. Much love. Namaste.